Hi guys, welcome to the next video. So today is a review, my personal review on the NYX Professional Makeup Buttermilk Glazed Skin Tint. By no means new. I think it's been out about 3 or 4 months now. I've had it for a month, been testing it on and off when I haven't been when I've been feeling better. I haven't been very well. You guys know I've got a long-term illness and it's literally been kicking my butt all 2 weeks now. So yeah, it's been when you've got a long-term illness, it's just about managing it, and sometimes medication's amazing and sometimes it just doesn't work. So and my hair didn't do what I wanted it to do today, but we are going ahead with this. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Buttermilk Glaze Soft Glow SPF 30, I think. Yep, SPF 30 skin tint, and it's 93% skincare. So it has niacinamide, mango, and shea butter. So what I'm going to do is my primer first. Now before this, we've had a lot of sun in the last week or two, and due to my job and things like that, I'm out a lot sometimes, and I do get tanned. So I'm hoping this is still a good shade for me. The first one was really light. It doesn't have a lot of shade ranges, actually. That surprised me. It doesn't have a lot of variation in shades, and like in between. It kind of goes from one really light to really dark. It does have a good range, but there's not like where, you know, Maybelline came out, or with the Fit Me foundations. They had a huge shade range, or Revolution. But in saying that, it's a really good product, and I'm going to kind of go through what I feel about it. First of all, we're just going to go in with a primer. And I definitely put it here, yes, W7 Prime Magic, and this is the green one. This is a dupe for Smashbox. W7 are an amazing brand, guys. I've always kind of gone to them. They were my first ever eyeshadow palette purchase, was W7. That was years ago. But their actual primer is a Smashbox dupe. I have the clear one and I have the green one. The green one is for anti-redness, so we're going to pop that around the skin today and the face. My hair today is just doing not what I wanted to do, basically, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. And this is widely available on Amazon, and it can go onto the W7 website as well. So what I'm going to do, it kind of comes out in a moisturized formula, and you just dot it around the T-zone or anywhere you would put your primer, basically. And for me, it goes on clear, so it comes off green, but it actually goes on really clear. And I'm just going to buff that in with my hands. And it's really sheer, it feels really smooth, kind of additional step to your skincare. And I'm going to put some on the T-zone as well. And you could just pop it onto the skin from the tube if you wanted to, but I just find this is easier. If we need to tie my hair up, we will. So that just kind of gets into the pores and everything that I need, because it is great for kind of minimizing pores as well. Okay. So I know I'm not looking amazing, I'm not feeling amazing, but I'm definitely back to kind of being myself somewhat. So I wanted to get this done today. So this is it. So it has 93% skincare formula with niacinamide, which is great for kind of rejuvenation, mango and shea butter. So yeah, they're very good kind of ingredients to have. And the fact that it is 93%, is it 90? Yeah, 93%. It means most of this is skincare, which is amazing. And again, it's not too heavy. It's a skin tint. So if you are spring, summer is coming in, maybe your skin is in a good condition, you only want to go for a skin tint. You don't necessarily want to go for a heavy set foundation. This is something to look at. So again, I will put up the shade ranges here. Mine is in Vanilla Bean Butter. So we're going to do that now. I'm just going to tie my hair up and then we'll come back. Okay, so that's a bit better. So we're just going to go in. I'm going to actually be using my Real Techniques kind of foundation buffing brush for this, but we're going to pop it on the back of my hand. You can see I get redness in the T-zone, things like that. So this is what Vanilla Bean Butter looks like. It's quite liquidy, very lotion-like, kind of feels like a lotion. Smell is absolutely beautiful. You can definitely smell the mango and the shea butter. What I'm going to do is just pop this around the skin. Hopefully, as I said before, I have been out a lot since purchasing this, and it may not be my skin color now, but it was a really good match when I got it first. We're just going to put a little bit more on my hand. I'm going for 2 applications. I just have a lot of redness, so we're just going to take that, and then if we need to go back in, we will. And I'm just going to spray my brush with the vitamin E mist from Superdrug. If I need to go around for the forehead, I will, but I'm just going to quickly spray that. And we're just, again, keeping in mind it is a skin tint. It's not something that we're expecting, you know, huge amount of coverage from. But what I want is like a glowy, glazed look. I like that look. Some people don't. I think because I have a history of acne and things like that, when I see a really glowy glaze, it smells amazing. I can smell it when I'm putting it around. You know, when I haven't had the greatest skin, when something comes out that has like a glazed effect, I do love that kind of consistency look on the skin. I'm going to go in again and just apply a little bit more. The smell is absolutely beautiful. It does just feel like you're putting on moisturizer. So I can definitely feel the effects of it mostly being skincare. I am going to go in again. I do feel like I just need maybe one more application. So I've gone in with 3 small droplets. And again, as you can see, it's quite watery. It's not really a thick consistency. And I'm actually going to go straight now with the brush onto my hand. And we're just going to put it where I feel I need it, which is the chin area and possibly the forehead and nose. But on initial application, it doesn't even look like, when I look in the mirror, it doesn't look like I have anything on. But it definitely improves the texture. It improves the... it's color correcting my skin. It just improves all around. Like, it feels soft, it feels amazing, very moisturizing, not dehydrating in any way. And that's kind of the finished product. Now I am going to go in, and I always, no matter what I review, I always go in with my Maybelline 3-in-1 eraser, and this is the multi-use concealer in peach. It's like a color corrector, and I will be using that. But on initial I would wear this to work every day. I mean, you can't even tell I've got anything on. I obviously have a little bit of redness, and I've got some bruising here, which is just from a fall I had due to my long-term illness, which isn't amazing, but that's just, like, as I say, this is what this is for. Like any color correction, maybe you have, like I do, suffer maybe under eyes with some kind of grey. I kind of have blue, kind of just on the inner eyes. I've had it since I was a child, so I do always conceal with more of a color corrector before I go in with the concealer. And this is what I've been using. I'm doing really well on this. It's just at the end now. It's just a Maybelline Eraser Multi-Use Concealer, and it's in peach. Again, this does come in green as well. So we're just going to pop that where I need it. I also got the Kylie Cosmetics, and this is the, it's her Velvet Liquid Lipstick and Lip Liner. So we'll be looking at that in a short today as well. So I'll be doing that in a short. And I'm just going in, as you can see, with the redness. And just around here, and then we're just going to do a little bit here, and I'm basically just going to dot that in with my sponge. I've got a cup of tea here that I'll be drinking in a minute, guys. Okay. But yes, initially, I absolutely, from initial impressions, now I've been wearing it maybe, I think this is my 5th application of it, so not hugely, but I have been testing it in all weathers, things like that. I got about 6 or 7 hours, I think it was 6.5, 7 hours out of it. But you think about it, it's a skin tint, guys. You're not going to get huge, you know, coverage from it. So do kind of make up for that in a concealer or anything like that that you need if you want to try, but you know you need something heavier. Maybe go in with a primer that has like maybe the Maybelline 4-in-1 primer, where it's a primer and it's also a little bit of a skin tint, so you're kind of giving yourself that extra boost. But it does give a little bit of a glaze to the skin. I can certainly see why it says that. I'm going to go in with my Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer anyway. But initially, this is it. All I've done is put a little bit of color corrector underneath. It's not full coverage, obviously it's a skin tint, but I would be happy with that every day. As an everyday, I think I've just about got the color match okay. Again, there wasn't anything in between this and Cashew, and Cashew was a lot deeper, so that's the only thing I meant by the shade range is kind of, it goes from block colors, so there's no kind of like in between, if you know what I mean. Like MAC do NC12 or NC12.5, there's always like little bit, like, you know, they always have that, whereas that's just an example. MAC, the other Revolution do it too. But these, I think there's 10 in all. I will pop them up, but I think I could have gone a slightly deeper, but there was, if I was to go to the next one, Cashew was actually quite dark. It was more of a caramel. So yeah, so that's what that looks like now. We're now going to go in with my E.L.F concealer, and then we're going to go in with the Makeup by Mario, and this is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, and mine's in light, but it does come off darker. So now that that's done, so yeah, very clean look. I like it. It feels nice on the skin. It's not too tacky. It literally feels like I've just got moisturizer on. So again, I can certainly see and feel the benefits of all that skincare. So I really like it. Again, if you're somebody that definitely needs more of a medium coverage, maybe I would put maybe an extra BB cream underneath, maybe that includes a primer like the Maybelline. But if you're going through really good skin kind of day, week, year, your skin's doing really well so far this year, something like this would be really nice if you're looking for that glazed effect. Now I've put about 3 little droplets on, as you saw on the back of my hand, and you can see the coverage we got with that. So now what I'm going to do is, before we go in with the Makeup by Mario Skin Sculpt Enhancer, I did want to show you an eye cream that I've been using, and I've just come to the end of it, and it's the Vichy Mineral 89 for eyes. My eyes have been kind of really predominantly turning in different color. Kind of my skin is kind of, I can see my skin is changing under my eyes, and I really wanted to take and look at my skincare and what I'm doing, and just really kind of take seriously the skincare. So not that I haven't taken skincare seriously before, but when you see kind of over time certain parts of your face kind of changing, which is natural, you know, over time, particularly your eyes, I wanted to look and invest in something that might really help, and something that's been helping me, that is certainly an investment, and that's with a capital I because it's expensive. This is the Vichy Mineral 89 Eyes, and it's like an under eye lotion, and it has a little pump, and I have been using this every night, so I am going to be doing a review on this, but I wanted to mention it because I have a little bit left there. As you can see, it's 30 mils. I got it on Look Fantastic, and I will pop down how much I paid for it. I can't remember, but it wasn't cheap. I know it wasn't cheap. I've used it now since February, so that's quite good now that we're coming into May. You know, we're mid-May now at this point, and you don't need a lot, so the pump controls it really well. But this is Vichy Mineral 89 under eye for your under eye lotion, basically. So that's what I've been using. And probably have 2 or 3 more applications with that, but I will be doing a full review on that next week. But it is, keep in mind, it's something that is very concentrated for a specific time in your life. I don't think if you're in your 20s you would need this, but this, for me, it was the cooling effect. It was absolutely beautiful, and it just soaked in so nice. There wasn't any tackiness or any stickiness, and over time I could see a result. For me, it was the discoloration, and maybe just kind of the pronounced kind of, I wouldn't say it's a line, more of a kind of tired look, and it certainly helped with that. So that's the Vichy Mineral 89, and I will be doing a review on that. I'm just going to take a little bit of my tea, just a second. I've had this cup, guys, for years, and a friend of mine got it about 6 years ago. You can see it's been through the dishwasher a few times. The Murder She Wrote cup, I got that for my birthday about 4 years ago from a really good friend. I think it's actually 5 now, and poor Angela Lansbury there, she's fading away. But yeah, it was a family favorite kind of series growing up in my house with my grandmother and my mum. So when I saw this, one of my friends got it for me, and I just can't give it away. But you can see now it's definitely starting to fade. So yeah, I think it's had its day, unfortunately, but I'm too sentimental with things like that. So let's go in with the concealer. It's the E.L.F, and I have it here. Mine is in the Hydrating. There is an E.L.F concealer too, but this is just the E.L.F Camo, and it's their Hydrating Camo Concealer. They do the other one too, but for me, I like anything that's going to kind of hydrate my skin, just like we were talking about with the eyes, with the face, the glazed look. What a glazed look gives is a look of hydration, freshness, and plumpiness. That's what glazed look looks like. It's not drying. You don't want to look matte. You don't want to look dry. You don't want to look oily, but the glaze is the perfect word for it, because you do want your skin to look plump, basically, and that's what the kind of basis behind the NYX Glaze is. They may already have done it, brought this out in a foundation, but again, keep in mind, this is mostly skincare. So if you've got really good skin, this is something that you could do. Again, you could check, see if they've got your color, maybe mix two, but then you're buying two. But again, it may have your color or not. I think for me, it is. I think now that it's settling into the skin, I do think it's my color. But you can see some of my redness is still there. It doesn't cover what my normal kind of foundation would, but we have to kind of remember it is a skin tint. But it does have SPF 30 as well, so that's another kind of green tick. So let's go in with our E.L.F. Camo Concealer. And we're just going to go very minimal here and here, cover that little bruise. Okay, so we're just gonna I dab it into the finger with the fingers first, and then I'll go in with my little sponge around the eye area. I'm just being super careful. Basically, I have a long-term illness, and I think you guys know. When I leave this, so I'm not planning to leave, but my support work, but I do plan on, moving on at some point. And when I do, I feel like I can be more expressive about my illness. Where I am now, it's a high intensity job in support work, and it's 100%, you're needed all the time, you're on the go. And it's just the nature of the job. It's a bit like being a nurse in a hospital. I do overnights as well. All of these people need specific care. But I would feel a lot more comfortable talking about it a bit more when I'm away from the support work style life. But if you've been a long-term viewer, you know I have a long-term illness, and that sometimes can leave me dizzy. It's why I got this kind of eye, unfortunately, situation going on. But I do feel like I will talk about it, as time goes on. So I'm going to use my beauty blender, and I actually got these on Shein, and they've been really, really helpful. I washed them with my normal makeup brush spray. I have got a spray, and I've also got a specific sponge wash that I can pop up on screen that I use. A long time ago I did requested what I've changed my routine now in terms of my makeup brushes. There was a little machine I was sent to review, and I think I've got it from about 3 years ago. I don't use it anymore, but it was very good. I don't remember what I did with it afterwards. I don't think I used it very much afterwards, but I will pop it down below or up here. So you can see the difference that makes, guys. It just brightens the under eye. It's very hydrating. It doesn't settle into any places in the skin or enlarge pores or make anything look bigger. It literally just kind of gives me that awake look. You can see it's a huge difference, guys, from when I first put it on, and it's not kind of changing anything in the rest of the color. What it is doing is pronouncing the redness everywhere else, which is fine. We're going to go in with some concealer, and we're going to go into the chin area. Again, this is what it's just showing is that the NYX isn't a full coverage foundation. So if you're like me and have redness, you're going to need a little bit of extra support. So I'm just going to bring this up here. Okay, the Wet n Wild Hydration, is it Holy Hydration? I'll put it up here, I have as well. That has a little bit more coverage to it. So what we're going to do now is, okay, I'm going to go in with our Makeup by Mario. This again was a Look Fantastic find in January, I think. I know Sephora, actually. I think it was Sephora. I don't go to Sephora anymore, only because our delivery is my delivery company here that deal with Sephora, and they are just terrible at leaving packages. Honestly, guys, I got a Rare Beauty blush, and it was absolutely stunning. Along with this, and I opened it and the blush was completely destroyed. It was just horrendous. So I just don't, it's not Sephora, it's whoever it was. And this is we have one main delivery person for every, so even if it's a different company, he is still the person that would come and deliver it. So even if it's a different company, and I've just had experiences, unfortunately, with every, which means that, I mean, I just wouldn't go there. But if there was a Sephora actual store to walk into, I would absolutely go there. So yeah, so this is it. This is the lightest you can get. So this is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in Light. You can see, even as I say light, it does come off a little bit more of a medium tone. And if I swatch it for you, It does. So what you can do is you can use it as like a sculpting, as they say. Some people, and this is what I do, I use it more as an enhancer all over for the skin. So you'll see, you might be thinking, Kira, what are you doing? You're putting this all over your room, but actually when you use your buffing brush, it just gives you a glow. And because that's kind of the glazed look that we were going for today, that's all you need. It does really help. So all I'm doing, and you can see here, is not putting that in any one direction, just around the skin. And you can see what I mean. It's just a glow. It just gives that glow. And because that's kind of what we're looking at today with the glaze, buttermelt glaze from NYX, I thought it would complement it. So that's what that looks like. And then a little bit on the nose as well. So what we're going to do is the brows. And again, I'm going in with my E.L.F, and this is the Instant Lift Brow Pencil. You've got your brush, and then you've got your crayon on the other side. So we're going to go in with the brush. I am going to get my brows, considering getting them, or contemplating getting them tinted, just to see how long it lasts and if it's kind of something that I could do going forward instead of doing this every day. But I'll think about it. I want to see. I don't know the area still. As you know, guys, I'm still quite new to this area. So I need to get, it's always good to go for reviews when you're looking for somewhere, rather than just kind of calling up somewhere and then just booking an appointment. So I will have a look, but I do want to get my brows tinted because I think it will save time overall. So we're going to go back in now and just, it's like a crayon effect. So mine is in medium brown, and if I just swatch it for you, that's what that looks like. So I just follow the direction of the brow. I don't put it where it shouldn't be. We're just gonna, but so far I think if you're having really good skin days, or you're going through a phase where your skin is doing really well, something like a skin tint is perfect. What I like about this is that the SPF factor is in there. A lot of skin tints don't have that, or BB creams, they don't have that SPF factor. This does. You are going to get a glazy glow look from it, so it's not matte. But absolutely, guys, and again, all I will say is the color range is good. So it is good, but there's not a huge range. Whereas Revolution, a lot of, you know, MAC was just an example, because you can have NC12 or NC12.5, and that's kind of the difference in the color tone, basically, of the foundations that they offer. So that was just an example. It wasn't MAC specifically. But no, absolutely, guys, it's beautiful consistency, absolutely beautiful. I love how much skincare and thought process in terms of skincare NYX have put into this, because there's a huge amount of skin tints out now on BB creams. We know that high end are doing it. So to come up with something like this and add in that SPF, and add in that shea butter and niacinamide, I mean, that's amazing, guys, absolutely amazing. I mean, no wonder it went viral. It was viral 3 months ago. So again, I have had it, I just haven't been able to come on and do it, just for various reasons. But yeah, so you can see, guys, I've been kind of chatting away and doing that, but it doesn't take too long. And it only really, all I've done is kind of, you know, put it in a direction where the hair naturally is. I don't put it anywhere it shouldn't be. I find that once I spray with setting spray, I don't need a gel, which is great. But yeah, so that's kind of as much as I would do. I used to have much thicker brows, but when I waxed a lot as a teenager, and I think I'm plucked, and I think that just kind of left me with this. So that's that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is go in with a blush, and I'm hoping I brought it here. I did. What blush did I bring? E.L.F, yes. The blush is the Tahiti, and it's their Putty blush. I'm just going to take a drink, guys, because even though it's hot today, tea, there's something about tea. I don't know if it's an Irish and English thing, but yeah, tea just helps me. Okay, so this is it, and they come in various shades. I actually featured this in my sick day makeup routine because it's just so easy to do. You know, anything putty or stick-like is going to be quite easy to kind of manipulate on the face. It does come off quite deep coloured here, but actually when you put it on, it's nice and light, and it's easy to control and maneuver. So I kind of dotted up the cheekbone, so I go up. As you get older, putting your blusher more up the cheekbone will actually enhance the face more. If you put it more towards the cheek as you're getting older and your skin is changing, it's going to make your skin kind of look more like it's going in a downward direction, and it's going to take up, the blush will then take up more of the skin and it will look unnatural, if you know what I mean. If you go up, no matter what your face shape is, that will shape your face. So that's what we're going to do. I usually, and I said before, I do kind of use the flat part of the sponge to kind of just blend that right in. You can use a brush if you want to, but you can see as I turn, it just kind of gives that nice consistent look, and it doesn't interact with any bronzer. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Again, we're just going up, but certainly you can see it does meet the cheeks and the cheekbone, but it doesn't take over the entire lot. If it was all here, it would just look wrong. So we're just going to go up again. And again, this is in Tahiti. If I just show you there while I'm popping it on. Okay. And there we go. So that's kind of very light bronzy blush. Today I wanted to focus on that glazed effect. I didn't want to go in with powder bronze and powder blush and kind of take away from that kind of nice, kind of silky glazed look, because once you have a really good setting spray, the one I would recommend is the Revolution Matte Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. This has done me so well, guys. I was out, I think last summer, in Oxford for I think 4 or 5 hours, and it was like 25 degrees and it kept everything on, so absolutely amazing. So that's that. So what we're going to do now is done the brows. I'm just going to set under the eyes, and I'm doing something a bit different with the eyes today, guys. This isn't available anymore, unfortunately, and it's not really designed for eyes, but I have been playing around with it. It's the E.L.F, and I think it's Leash, is it Leash? No, it's Watermelon. I do have Watermelon, but I do have Leche as well. And it's the E.L.F Duo, and it was their highlight and blush. But I'm actually going to be using this as an eye colour today. Just going to be playing around with it a bit. It's no longer, unfortunately, on the E.L.F website. I'm not quite sure why. But that's what that looks like. And we're going to do a little nice bright eye. And then we're going to go in with the Revolution and the Lip Duo in Queen. So that's what we're going to do, just to kind of make again, I'm going to be using Climax mascara from NARS as well. This is their tester version. Really, really good mascara. So now what I'm going to do is just grab my brushes here. Okay. Again, my next video will be Saturday, and then the lives are every Monday at 7 o'clock UK and Ireland time. Okay, have I brought the right brushes? Let me just check. Yes, I think so. Is this it? Yes, okay. Right, so we're going to go in and just cut that crease. And for that, we're going to be using my E.L.F. This is just the E.L.F eye blender, basically. But all we're going to do is cut that crease, make sure it's clean. It is, I have washed them, but I'm just making sure. And we're going to go in with the matte, the mattest of those, that peach. It's kind of like a peachy watermelon, as it says. Look, so we're just going to go on. Now, have I brought, if I haven't, it's okay, because I'm not going anywhere today, but I would usually use my Profusion eye base. It's not quite, I think it might be in my makeup kit, so we'll just leave that for now. I am going out today, so it doesn't need to stay on, but it is really, really good. If you're looking for a very good kind of sort of drugstore price range, Profusion pigment base is amazing. They do skin color and they do white. Mine's in white. So all I'm going to do is tap the excess of, I have hooded eyes, so I kind of go above the brow. You don't have to, or just under the crease, but that way, when I look up, you can see what I've done, and it's not kind of tucked into the crease here. So we're just gonna bring that in like that, and it's just going to give me that beautiful deep orange sun color, but more of as when the sun is setting kind of color, like that. So we're just going to go in again, and I will be putting that glitter then, one more of a shimmer in the inner corner. Okay, so there you can see I'm building up that color. So it started off really light, but we're building that up now. So that's the color. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why this is not focusing. So we're just going to go in. And that's that color. What I'm going to do is use my finger for the shimmer. This is what it looks like here. I'll just show you. You can see how nice it is. And then we're just going to take that from the inner corner, being really soft. Really, really soft. Again, there will be pictures in my post section. And if I just show you, if I look down and show you, it's coming off lighter on screen. So I think the pictures will show the depth of the orange, basically. And we're just going to go back in again here. So what I'm going to do is finish the other eye, put on mascara and come back. So that's the other eye and the mascara on. The mascara is NARS Climax, and this is from the Iconic set. So I got the NARS, in my last video, I got the set. Basically, it's called the Iconic 4 or the Iconic Quattro, I think. And it was the NARS Climax mascara, the Laguna bronzer, the Orgasm blush, and the creamy concealer. Basically, they were doing 4 miniature versions, I will say, for £30 on Look Fantastic. But this, guys, is something I would repurchase. If you're somebody who can't have false eyelashes, or just isn't good at putting them on, or just has an allergic reaction, something like this is amazing. I love the brush, just the consistency of it, how it just grasps all the lashes, nothing clumps together, and the fact that it's waterproof. I absolutely love this. This is what we've put on. Now what we're going to do is go in with the Makeup Revolution lip kit, and this is in Queen, and I have used it before, but we're going to use it today because I think it'll just be really nice. It will kind of complement the eye look. I've got another one too in, I think, Brunch. This is in Queen, and it is you get the lip liner and the lip kind of liquid as such. So we're going to line the lips first, using this, and I'll just swatch it for you guys as well so you can see the color. That's what it looks like. And we're just going to line the lips, and it's a nice peachy tone that I think will just kind of set off the eyes as well. Now you could put false lashes on if you wanted to. For me, they just irritate my eyes basically, so I'm always on the lookout for a really good mascara. I'll try mascaras and throw them out the same day if I don't like them. That's kind of how strong I am about it. Or I'll try and, I won't gift it to a friend if I don't think it's good. So obviously mascara anyway, it's not hygienic to gift. But yes, if there's a mascara I like, I will definitely kind of talk about it. And NARS Climax is amazing. So okay. So with lip liners with me, I don't just go around, I cover the lips entirely. So this is the Revolution kit, lip kits, and in Queen. Okay, so that's the lip liner, and I'll show you what the liquid looks like. So you've got a really small doe for 2, which I like, because then you can get right into the inner corners of the lips. So you can see it's a really good color match. What I might do after this is just enhance that blush, I think, because, so that's what that looks like. Okay. Kind of coming off a little bit medium brown toned, but actually it's kind of like a light pinky tone color. I'm going to put on some more blush because I feel like it's the colors are kind of taking away from the color of they're kind of taking the color of the blush away because they're so similar. So what we'll do is, it's no problem, we'll just go back in with that E.L.F. Tahiti, because it's a really nice color, and we're just going to pronounce that more on the cheeks. So like that, because that is what's gonna kind of finish everything off nicely. And then what I'm going to do is just use my sponge and then just kind of go over what I did, and that's the kind of look, guys. Really happy with it. I think I wanted to stick with that glazed look today. I didn't want to put anything on that was too powdery, that would kind of take away from the fact that I wanted the look to look clean, soft, healthy, glowy. Basically, the glaze look is kind of is all about glow, really. So that's the finished look, guys. I hope you like it. I wanted to do it in natural lighting today because I wanted you to see the realistic view of what the foundation would look like. And there will be pictures in my post section too. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. And what will be up in a short tomorrow is the Kylie Cosmetics. I got her in Posy K, I think it's called, Kylie Jenner. It's just the lip kit, and it's in, I will pop up the, I think I've got the box somewhere. Yes, I do. This one is in, yeah, Posy K, I got it right. So that wouldn't have looked really well today with this, but I am going to do a short on it. I'm still kind of figuring it out, seeing if I like it. I do have a lot of the Revolution lip kits as well, which are much more, I guess, cost effective, but I do want to try one of her colours, and this colour is something that I would go for. So yes, so this was the look, guys. I did enhance that blush just because I felt like I thought the kind of two lip looks were so similar in terms of colour that it kind of took away and made the face a little bit more pale. I will pop pictures up after this. Thank you for looking at the video, guys, and I'll see you soon. Just final thoughts before I go. Absolutely really enjoyed using this. I've been testing it, as I said, for 5 or 6 days now. Love the fact that there's 93% skincare. You've got the mango, you've got niacinamide, and you've got the shea butter. If you have really good skin and you only have kind of bad skin days, maybe now and then or once a month, something like this is amazing. Also, the fact that it has an SPF 30 is really good too. Just to keep in mind, it's not hugely kind of heavy in any kind of coverage. It's light coverage, but it definitely calms down the face. I have a lot of redness. I would use it again. I will definitely, you know, reuse this. Not sure if I'll repurchase it, but I will definitely use this up. Great for spring, summer too. If you have kind of your skin is doing really, really well and you don't need it, or you just don't want to use a medium kind of heavy coverage foundation, something like a skin tint is great. And again, I will say that it's great that it has that SPF 30 in there as well. So yeah, thumbs up from me. The only thing I would say is that there isn't a huge amount of variation in colors. And the next one after this is vanilla bean, or is it vanilla bean butter? Yeah, vanilla bean butter, and the one after this is cashew. So yes, which is a significant difference in darkness. But yes, I think I got as close as I could to mine. The first one I think was much too pale for me. But yes, this is great. So yeah, guys, I would highly recommend getting it. Guys, try it out for yourself, see what you think. And again, see you in the next video.